Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals, this is Paul Acevedo, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Game School, where we learn about a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight I am joined on mic by Brian and Bob Jones.
Good evening.
Hello.
Howdy everybody, there's George and Bye Night, good to see you guys. And tonight's a very special stream for us. We are streaming a brand new PlayStation 4 game and Steam game from Koei Tecmo, our favorite publisher, as a matter of fact, called Atelier. How do you pronounce that? I think it's Atelier.
Yeah, the French word.
Atelier.
Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to say Atelier because that's all I can say. Anyway, Atelier Lydie Suelle, The Mysterious Paintings. Is that the whole title? The Alchemists and the Mysterious Paintings. It's a complicated title. We'll just say Atelier Lydie Suelle. Look at this great anime intro. Anyway, this just came out on PlayStation 4 and Steam earlier this week. It is a brand new release. It's a $60 game, and Koei Tecmo was generous enough to give us 2 PlayStation 4 copies and 2 Steam copies to give out to our live viewers. So, really, poor Captain Johnny Walker. So anyway, that is a real pleasure for me to be able to highlight a AAA game like this and a brand new game. Some people might consider it AA, but still, it is a big deal. It's not just a little indie game. And yeah, what a great prize to win.
It is also on Switch.
Oh yeah, and Nintendo Switch. How do I keep forgetting that? So yeah, guys, if you don't win one of the copies we're giving out and you happen to own a Switch, this would be a great game to play on the go because it's a JRPG, a Japanese role-playing game. So those games are great on the go. Might be the version to get. Hey Mongbox, good to see you. Look at these two. These girls are sisters, by the way. Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah, they're twins. They are
yes,
twins.
And they are horrible dressers. They both dress completely ridiculously, and if you saw them walking around like that...
So that is the standard JRPG.
I guess so, but I mean, their style of clothing brings great shame to their family, is all that I'm saying. So you got normal, easy, and hard difficulty. We'll just leave it on normal. I'm sure we'll be fine. Map rotation off.
Look at they keep a hairstylist in good business.
Yeah, I mean, that part's not so bad. Yeah, no, I mean, the game has a nice art style for the most part. Very colorful. You can see it's kind of a color overload, as a matter of fact. But, hey, you know, after playing another Koei Tecmo game, Dynasty Warriors 9, that had all the color taken out, it's pretty cool to see one of their games be this colorful.
I'd rather see more color in games than them stick to the mute, grayish, dark tones that they always seem to love.
Absolutely.
This series is always colorful. Always has been. Yeah,
and I suppose we should talk a little bit about the series as we're starting the game. This is the 19th main entry in the series, so it's actually a really long-running series. It started on the PlayStation 1, but the games have only been coming to America since like the PlayStation 3 days. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, and it's its 20th anniversary too, if I remember.
There are some PS2 games that were
nice,
here.
PS2 as well. Yeah, and by the way, we do have an Xbox code to give out for a different game not related to Koei Tecmo. So if you stick around all the way till the end, the very final contest, we'll have one Xbox indie game to give out, because we didn't want Xbox people to feel too left out.
That's generous.
Yeah. Although I can't do that very often, because I really am running out of miscellaneous codes, now that we only get like a few codes that we need, and that's it. So you can see it has full Japanese voice acting. We're not gonna, you know, I can skip the voice acting a little bit. This is the tutorial.
It should have English, doesn't it?
It doesn't. It's all Japanese.
You know, this is more of a niche title, and a lot of anime-style games will do that. They'll just have the Japanese audio.
And there is a crap load of talking in this game. Like, almost everything that I've seen so far, and I played for an hour or two, has all been voice acted. All of it.
And that is really cool. Gathering materials.
Hey, Yep.
This button. Yo, Yep, good to see you. Ah, he's taking a break from Far Cry 5. So, gather the sparkling shiny things. Get as many as you can find nearby. Sure, I'll do that. I'm playing with my Hori mini controller. You guys remember that? The one that I...
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Dr. Player. We definitely need Switch codes. We got to get Paul to remember to ask for them properly.
But, I mean, remember, you know, we're lucky to get what we get, so I do need to try to get Switch codes, but
I mean, it doesn't hurt
Yeah,
to
and our
ask,
stream is
man.
growing, but we're still not affiliated with a major website anymore, so things just aren't as easy as they used to be.
True. Hey, Link.
Yo, Link, glad you made it. Link absolutely refuses to play Fortnite with me. It really hurts my feelings. Yeah.
Wow. This is a crafting, dungeon crawling, gathering RPG. Yep.
With lots of anime-style cinematics. Hey, what's that?
Oh,
That's a good
yes.
sound.
Thanks for the sub, Scott.
Yay, Scott! Very kind of you. So cool, Scott. Well, you always, I mean, whenever I invite you, you do not respond. Press square to perform a swing. You gotta put your money where your mouth is, Link. Alright, so we're gonna break some rocks.
Break some rocks.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, in fact, I was playing like all day earlier until I did some cleaning up, but I mean, I must have played over 6 hours today. So, like, if someone did want to play with me, it would have been really easy for them to do. That's all that I'm saying. Alright, it's one of my... Oh yeah, breaking a rock. Wait a minute. I seem to have missed something important.
There's a rock to
I'm
go
hitting
break.
square.
Not
Yeah,
the
right by you.
Yeah.
Yep. See?
The big
Oh,
red symbol,
okay.
Paul. You gotta hit it
Yeah,
multiple
that's
times.
Gotta hit the
so I got some
shiny
rocks
stuff.
out of that.
See, it's got a life bar. Keep going.
Yeah,
Throw that bar
I
down.
don't know if there's any animals in it yet.
There's monsters
Well,
to
you
kill.
know, that's kind of like
Mhm.
animals.
I know there's paintings.
Paintings are good.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I took painting for a year in college. Was it a year? I think only 1 year. Painting 1 and 2, yeah. I still have some of those. My Facebook friend.
Yeah, I did that in high school. I burned them.
Painting is also a class you can just go sign up at the college. You know, be like, hey, I want to go take a painting
Yeah,
class.
you can do that. I mean, it's worth doing. Like, it was so relaxing. Like, I would just sit there for like, say, 3-ish hours and just work on a painting. You know, I'd be in the zone. It was real zen. All right, so you can kick a tree and it makes apples fall out, and other things, some hairy things. What are these
Can you
hairy
eat the
things that are
apples?
falling out? They look like balls of fur with a vagina.
Oh, they're it's a type of seed,
Mhm.
type of fruit.
So that's why they have a vagina. Totally exhausted from all that. No
Jeez.
more of that soup. Anyway, I think we'd better be.
Hey, Heaven Smile.
Yo, glad you made it, Heaven Smile. Heaven Smile has been a very nice supporter of my recent midweek streams. Because, you know, to become a Twitch affiliate, we had to start streaming more frequently, so I did some streams in the middle of the week, like most recently, Mighty Number 9. Disappointingly hard game.
And he finally came around to our side.
Oh, we finally got
But I
tired
mean,
of it?
it would be so
It
easy
sucks.
for them to make that game actually be good. Like, all they would have to do is tune the
Well, true.
difficulty a little bit. But because they released it on like a million billion platforms, they probably, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Can't remember. I believe one of the
Oh,
handheld or lower ports is like the best version.
Oh, really?
people
Interesting. Like Vita maybe or something?
say. The Vita or the 3DS, I think.
3DS, I think.
Yeah.
Merveille? I don't know how you say that. It's probably another French word. Royal capital of the Kingdom of Adelet. Did you beat the boss after? Deadpool, I wanted to go back and play it on my own and actually beat it, because I feel like if I was to give it about half an hour or whatever, just all on my own without people watching, I could do it. But I just, you know, it's hard to go back and play a game that you don't enjoy when you have Fortnite sitting right there being so great. So,
Oh wow, they broke the messaging on Twitch?
Yeah.
Maybe they got tired of everything going to the other box.
Messages are being deprecated.
I
Uh-oh.
would deprecated. Oh, I heard a good sound.
Meaning removed. Longbox donated $20.
Oh, thank you,
Just use the
Longbox.
messaging
Wow,
bit.
that's very generous of you. Longbox is awesome. Did you get to show your son the design for the artwork yet, Aaron? Because that would be really cool if he is able to do something with it. But even if he's not, I still will be able to take it to another artist and get it made eventually, you know, so. We are going to have a logo, we're going to have a fancy intro and ending. The videos will be done by Dr. Sabota. I just have to talk with him more about it. The twins.
Actually, the models, the 3D models for the houses and stuff looks pretty good in
You
this
think
game.
so?
Yeah, their
Yeah.
engine's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like they look like anime-ish, but they also look like old-timey
Where'd the
too.
physical copy of this go? I was going to look at the back of it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's their dad. He is also a terrible dresser. He should be ashamed. Yeah, it's also PlayStation 4 Pro enhanced. Probably just that it, like runs in like 2K and then checkerboards up to 4K.
Probably runs at 4K, and that's about it. Because this is not a
Yeah, I was like,
graphically intense game.
Oh.
it shouldn't take too much to run it in
Okay,
4K.
I appreciate it. I'll look forward to hearing what he thinks after you talk to him about it.
I feel like he's gonna be a lot of talking with his hands guy.
Roger. His name is Roger.
He is Mr. Annoying
he
guy,
is
that's
pretty
for sure.
annoying.
Kind of looks like
He
Link.
kicked him out the door with just a list and no time to prepare. Did I now?
Roger.
I'm getting so forgetful in my old age. See, he won't take credit for anything he does. He probably was a big womanizer back when he cared about women.
Probably. Yeah, this game is using the same engine as the two previous games in the series, and Blue Reflection, and a few other sort of niche Japanese RPGs. They're all kind of using the same engine.
It is a real basic engine, because like some of the animations and stuff, it's like kind of RPG Maker style, or just reminds me of an indie game in that respect. Even though the models and stuff look great, but I think the engine is not great at complicated animations.
It's
I
so
can get
plastic.
this down on canvas. See, he's a painter in addition to being an alchemist, because they're all alchemists. So if you like Full Metal Alchemist, perhaps you'll find something to enjoy in this game's fantasy lore.
Eh.
Yeah,
I don't know. This
it's a
whole
little
world,
far.
this whole world is huge.
But this world is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
this
a
is the
very
19th.
old franchise.
This is the 19th game in the main series.
Yeah, and see even though there's 19 of them, there's a bunch of sub-series within those. Like you don't have to have played the first game to understand anything about this one, because this one is just the third in its particular storyline, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, basically the French-inspired painting stuff.
All he does is break his promises. Sounds just like my dad.
Jeez.
That looks like
Yeah, 8K is not going to be a thing for a while. Companies can't even do 4K realistically.
No, yeah. Like the next consoles might be native 4K for 90% of the games, but even that could be a stretch.
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason you need a new generation Chicago, is so that you can do things that were not technically possible in the previous generation, because otherwise, why not just stay on the same system you already have? Together we
We're
can do it.
quickly getting to a diminishing point of return.
Mhm.
So, 8K is not going to be that much better than 4K. 4K was better than 1080p. 1080p was massively better than 480i, which is what it was previously.
Oh, yeah, way better.
Well, most even say in between 720 and 1080, a lot of people can tell a big difference.
It is. It's a big
Those are
jump.
great suggestions, Heaven Smile. Those are exactly my two suggestions as well. Cutting down on loading times like computers, because computers with an SSD load things very quickly. And I wish they would do that for consoles too.
Oh, they're not going
The
to
consoles
spend the money on it.
Shorting out on hard drive size.
Well, I mean, SSDs are finally becoming reasonably priced, and that could end up trickling down to consoles in some way, hopefully.
Maybe.
Yeah, because the problem has always been that they're just overpriced for what they are, so yeah, they cut costs and use the cheaper ones. Am I supposed to put all this stuff in, or what am I supposed to do?
Yep, you don't need to hold on to
Push
any
the
of it.
button.
You did it already. You just have to back out of that menu.
Okay.
All you had to do was say
Hey,
yes.
finally I can move around, so now moving around in their house. This is your base of operations. Yeah, curse that dad of theirs. He does seem like a pretty terrible dad in most ways. Where's the...
There's
There we are.
there's no storage medium right now, Icky, that's fast enough to load 4K assets in real time. Hey,
Yo,
Dr.
Dr.
Sabota.
Sabota, good to see you. We were just talking
yeah,
about you earlier.
like the Octane stuff, that's super fast, but man, that is like $1,000 for like 64
Oh.
gigs.
By the way, there's a nice feature in this game. You can change any of the music to any of the other tunes that you want. So, like, if you don't like the music of the town or whatever, you can change it to one of the other songs in the game. So, I would never actually do that, but it's nice to have the option. Yo, Sean Sig, glad you made it. I can rotate the camera down, but not very much.
This game has a lot of options. Although on the PC, their video options are like select your resolution, and then that's it.
That is the Koei Tecmo.
Well, that's a lot of Japanese way. They don't understand PC gaming. People like consoles, and they're like, oh, we gotta make it.
Oh yeah, the next generation would not go with anything less than 16 gigabytes. Like the very bare minimum possibility would be 12 to keep up with the Xbox One X, but certainly it'll be 16.
If RAM prices keep where they are, probably not.
You don't think so? I mean,
or the consoles are going to be $1,000.
If they want to keep going with the 4K support, they just need a lot of RAM. There's no two ways about it.
You do need video RAM.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, all this tutorial stuff.
Well, you got to learn how to play the game.
Yes, I do.
Hey, BX Latino Heat, 1,000 bits.
Thank you for the bits. So what is 1,000 bits? Is that like a nickel? Tell me the truth.
No, it's $10.
Wow, really?
A bit is a penny.
Oh,
yeah,
you have a special one set.
A bit is a penny.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't mean for it not to show up right for you, BX Latino.
I'll fix it. Right. I'll fix it. Oh, you added variations. I'm gonna delete these.
What? I did?
Yeah.
All I added was Ninja Turtle animations. Synthesize. So here's a lot of this game involves alchemy. So here we are doing some alchemy. We just created items. So there's just a lot of crafting, basically. And check it out, you got some nice hand-drawn artwork here, too, for some reason. It's pretty, except for the clothing. Yeah, any woman who exposes that much skin in their day-to-day clothing is looking for love. Actually, I mean...
I would say money. But...
yeah, exactly. It is too much. It is stripper style.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Yeah, so everybody wants really fancy hardware in the next generation of consoles. We'll see.
You will see. I mean, I would think VR is going to be a big push.
Well, Sony already has one.
They like only Microsoft would can catch up on that.
I'm not interested.
All right, good luck, everybody. Giving out one Steam copy of the game. $60 value. Really cool game. Ah, I'm on fire. Put it out, put it out. That's cute. Love the art. And the voice acting is great.
Yeah, the hand-drawn art is good.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you like anime voice acting, then they really give it their all. What's that horrible smell?
They do.
Now the cauldron is smoking. Sue!
It's just Paul again. Don't worry.
Yeah, did Icky remember to do the sign-up thing? The mailing... Oh, trophy. Yes.
Yes.
Good man.
Yeah, he's thrown it in chat a couple times. VR is actually starting to take off quite well. The problem was they released a bunch of hardware without any games for it.
Which happens a lot. That's pretty common.
So
yeah. And finally, the software is catching up. I mean, you got Skyrim and Resident Evil 7 and several interesting games. What's the other big one on PlayStation 4? Yeah,
Fallout.
Yes, we got it done.
And Sony is still pumping out VR-only games. So they even give some away on PS Plus members too.
Yeah, which is really cool. And I mean, whenever I get financially caught up, I will be picking up a PlayStation VR at some point. And it would be cool if we did some streams like that.
It is really difficult to do VR streams.
Yeah, very colorful, VX Latino. We were talking about that. Like, it's, in a way, artistically it's sort of like too much color at times, but on the other hand, so many games have drab color palettes that it's nice to just soak it all in. So their mom is dead, unfortunately. And that's the thing in Japanese culture, like they'll have a little shrine to the departed and they will talk to them and stuff. So, got some stuff to do now. And there's some way to change characters. How do you do it? Brian?
Go to the desk.
Desk, here we are. Okay, change character right there. Let's change to the other one. Boom. So if you want to be the other sister, you can do that. And there's an achievement, a trophy for it.
Yeah,
Save again.
the one who wears purple is she makes weird outfit choices.
Oh, yes. Hey, Jono, good to see you.
Usually, the crazier the hair color, the crazier the person is.
Yeah.
Oh, Thermopylae 3, please do remember to follow. I believe that's one of Tyler's friends, isn't it? George, do you know this Thermopylae guy? Thermopyle, as he's also known. Ooh, who won?
I don't see anybody named Thermopylae 3.
I'm not saying
Enter the contest.
it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if he's in the viewer list.
Deliver some items. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Thermopylae.
I mean, they're poor dressers, but they're very cute girls. I personally would prefer them to have more going on up top, but that's alright. So this random guy walks up and just...
They're like 14, Paul.
Yes, they're always underage.
How do you know they're 14? They look easily 17 to me.
Right. No.
So he is from PS Not.
Come on, Paul. It's lecherous old man.
We're denying you,
Well,
Paul.
welcome to the stream, Therm. Yeah, guys, just to participate in the contest, we ask that you follow the channel and that you join the mailing list. Although if you win a contest, we'll automatically put you in the mailing list.
Hey, Bob.
Royal Bob made it. Good to see you. Yes, they do. That's a good way to put it. They look like they were dressed by kids. Just kind of a random assortment of things on their bodies.
It was the first time they got to dress themselves. Give them some slack.
You'll pay for this, dummy daddy. They're so mad at their dad. Why don't they just not do what he says? It's like they have to do what he says, but they're real resentful about it.
They're preteens. See,
Hey,
when they hit
Perfect Zero.
us, then they'll do whatever.
Monbox finds our teasing about the clothing amusing. You can press the PlayStation button to open the town map. It allows you to move around Merville, or whatever it's called. And you can just kind of jump over there, and you can also keep track of quests and stuff that you can do at these locations.
Yep, you can walk around. You can walk between all these places. They have like loading points between them all, but you could just use the quick travel and jump where you're supposed to go. Makes it easy for you.
Yeah, I really like how it looks outside the town. You got your beautiful skybox and some cool scenery. Is there a way to dash?
Nope.
Can't talk to these people, they're just standing there. Can't even do anything with them. But there are people you can talk to, I know because I've done it.
Yeah, the white dots on the map are people you can talk to.
Yeah, this is one of the games that I got to play in California back in January when Koei Tecmo had that press preview event.
Nice.
Oh, how'd you like it, Perfect Zero? I bet you liked it a lot. It seems like your kind of movie. And, I mean, Bob Jones here, he said he liked it too. Ready Player One, that is. We have delivery for
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like really my kind of thing. You know, like, it sounds kind of like overly fan servicey. And I understood.
That's the whole point of the book.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some really good articles about like why the book is kind of written from a real immature place and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
It's part of the plot.
Like
It's a
imagine
book of fan service. Come on.
the whole thing is like just having an encyclopedic knowledge of trivia makes you the best, most capable person in this world, you know? And it's like kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of, I hate to bag on it, but just that concept is kind of pathetic, you know? And the author, he apparently did the same thing in his follow-up book too.
I haven't read his
His
follow-up book.
didn't do as well.
I think
If
Ready
they
Player
make-
One was his
yeah.
first book.
Yeah, if they make a sequel to this movie, I want either 99% of it to be in the game world, or it completely be in the game world. Like, they could drop the real
So
world
basically
stuff.
like Assassin's Creed, where nobody cares about the stuff, the Animus stuff.
Mhm. Just like the game. Like, we don't care about the backstory.
Are there some rumors about Fable 4? I wish you could...
Oh, there's
No,
always
they
Fable
disbanded
4
that
rumors.
studio.
Yeah, there's
Alright.
people be talking about Fable forever.
So we're making a delivery for our dad. We're taking these healing pads to some customers. Healing pads.
Yeah, these are what you
Yeah.
made earlier, and then set yourself on fire.
That's right. And we're not going to make any rude jokes about pads, so nobody expect that from me, please. Please forget about that one. Oh, nice. Consider it forgotten. This will be more than enough. I like him pretty well. Yay, we got some money. Yeah, I mean the Easter eggs and references, certainly that kind of stuff sounds fun. It just, like, I would like that to be hung on a good story too.
Yeah, it's there is so much fan service in the book.
I do like that the Iron Giant.
Yep, and they couldn't even get Star Wars, so there's even less than they wanted. And Dune. They wanted Dune stuff too.
Really? They didn't get Dune?
Like Dune is kind of hot property. Maybe it's because they've got a new Dune movie in the works, a remake. But it's being directed by...
Another one?
It's being directed by Denis Villeneuve, the guy who did Blade Runner and Arrival.
Oh, Villeneuve?
Yeah. I could be wrong.
That would actually be a pretty good movie.
I think he's the one directing.
Yeah, I've heard about the remake, and people are having high hopes.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, he can do no wrong, you know? Like, Dune, the story is really hard to do in a short period of time, so we'll see, but...
The Sci-Fi Channel miniseries, the really, really long one of Dune...
The old one?
Yeah, it was very accurate to the books. Yeah. But it was a low-budget thing, so it didn't look great. So if they could do something similar and give it a good budget,
I enjoyed
that would be
it.
cool.
Like, there's things inherent to the story that I think kind of make it less marketable. Like, the way, you know, like, you got your main guy, and he has a normal name, and then he goes and lives in the desert, and they start calling him Moaddeep or something, and it's like...
Well,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, in any case, that's kind of lame. Just the name and stuff. Like, I kind of had a... I don't know.
There's a whole history. The books are set 12,000 years into the future after there was a big war, and everybody almost got killed by AI.
So where do I go? Can I...
They call them thinking machines, but AI.
Yeah. Alright, so I can just open up the map and go to the place with new stuff to do. So that's what we'll do. We'll go to Seaview Hill.
Yep.
That is where the church is. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, if you want to do traditional JRPG, wander around the town, around the big town, talk to everybody, pick up quests, all that fun stuff. You can do that, or you can just go straight where you want to go.
Nice. Yeah, I do need... I like the church scene. I used one of these screenshots in the newsletter. Wait, Duke Nukem is in there? Is that what Perfect Zero said?
I believe that's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, and somebody was telling me Buckaroo Banzai is in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a little bit. It's only like one thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, considering how many billions of references they put in, you can't expect them to be all that long, right?
I was surprised to see some very newer stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool thing you can do with the movie that wouldn't exactly work in the book. Although sometimes books do get updated when they get republished, like Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, that's what that book's called, by Judy Blume. You know, like, they have updated that over the years to include modern references. Because, like, the version I read, the kid went and saw Superman the movie, but that's from 1978, you know? So, like, they're not going to have that be in the book now that kids are reading, so they update the reference to be some newer movie, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say there's a large portion of current gaming and pop culture things in there, because that's big right now.
Is He-Man in it? Bob?
Don't know.
They might have made some references.
I hope so, because, like, I mean, if you're going to do the 80s, I would have He-Man and or Thundercats, you know?
I believe He-Man was referenced in the book, but I don't know if they continued it in the movie.
He-Man, that's such a shame. Because, like...
So, like, some of the stuff, only, like, items are referenced. So it's not like you see all the characters.
Yeah, like somebody's sword or a...
like, they got Master Chief's assault rifle, but they also do have Spartans.
Oh, nice.
They had the rocket launcher from Halo. They have the Back to the Future car.
Yeah,
that's in the trailers a lot.
Yeah, like, well, for instance, with that, you could have the... What do they call the sword from He-Man? God, I should know that. The Sword of Power, I think, or something like that. Yeah, or Thundercats, you could have the sword.
And it might have been one of the swords they had, because there was a couple of different swords.
Take care on your way home. Okay, let's get out of here.
The movie focuses largely on 80s retro stuff. Heaven smile.
But there is newer stuff. like I said, there is Overwatch in it.
Very cool. I hope everybody's enjoying what they're seeing of the game so far. It's just really cheerful and pleasant, you know, and we're not even... This is only the beginning. This is like the prologue, because we're not even into the real fantasy stuff yet, where we go into the paintings, but that is coming up very soon. Do you think we'll be able to eat tomorrow? See, this is so sad. They're so poor that if they don't sell stuff that day, they may not get to eat. Like, can you imagine that? You know, my wife, Lisa, she starves herself a little bit, which I hate. And, I mean, she doesn't even need to or anything, but she kind of has stomach problems, you know, like, stuff will upset her stomach a lot. But yeah, like, I myself can just not imagine, like, having to go a whole day without eating unless it was for a medical operation, you know? Like, just having that be a part of your daily life. We're gonna go look at the jobs board. Shovel throwing simulator? That sounds like fun. Oh, Ruby from that Red vs. Blue Studios from Rooster Teeth's anime. That's what it is, right?
Yes.
Oh, look, there's something in the well. What is it? We could probably draw some water, but
Water?
we don't need any right now. I just kind of want to look at the view, because this is a fairly pretty view.
Water is a crafting ingredient, but you can only draw it when you need it.
Well, whatever. And here's a graveyard.
Oh, interesting. I just noticed something. The shadow is a bit weird.
Really? What's so weird about it?
You see how it disappears when you walk closer to it?
Which shadow are you talking about?
Like the shadow that was under the fence. As you walked past it, it disappeared as you got closer to it.
I did not notice.
Yeah. I did notice it on the PC, but I wasn't really looking too closely.
And it could be shadows. That's a thing that often is handled differently between PC and console ports. Although maybe not in this case, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously PCs have more processing power, so they can do better things with shadows and anti-aliasing and such. All right, let's warp back, and also I'm going to take a wrong button. Okay, go back to Castle Plaza, the notice board. Yes, and you know it's trying to look like an anime brought to life, and it does a pretty good job of that too.
Yep.
Oh, Gramps. So this character is apparently going to come into play more later on.
She is your rival. She runs she works at the best alchemy shop in the kingdom, which is also in the same city that you live in.
So that's the competition.
Mm-hmm.
You guys having anything to drink tonight?
Tea.
Arnold Palmer, which is half tea, half lemonade.
Just switched to a Miller Lite. My drink of choice.
Oh yeah, and speaking of the PS3, the getting a refund because Sony removed your feature of installing Linux on it is about to end. So if you want your $60,
that's only if you bought one of the original fat
Here's my
PS3s.
Yeah,
if you have a slim or later,
the later
it
ones
doesn't
they
work.
built it out of.
I've got a fat PlayStation 3, but it's from Japan. So I don't think I'm
Well, you're
eligible
boned.
yet. Shame. Oh, Jonah's got coffee. What time is it over there, Jonah?
The UK?
No, he's in Australia.
Oh,
That's
wow,
about
yeah,
like
Rest.
14
probably like
16 hours.
10 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, must be. 11:50
Oh,
a.m.
noon. Dang.
Still fine coffee drinking time. Tadaima, that means we're home. It took long enough. Oh, he's all complaining. What did he do? And look at his ridiculous shoes. They've got little bear toes on them or something. I just want to smack him. He started painting, and it gave him a recipe idea, so he switched to experimenting. Carefree father. Oh, I woke up too early today, guys. I'm a little sleepy. That's alright.
You woke up early.
Your baby been waking you up?
Nah, she's pretty good. We just wake up in the middle of the night to feed her once or twice, and then she's fine.
Oh, I heard a good sound. New follower. Thank you, Thermopylae.
Let's see.
It took him quite a while to get around to doing it. After Aki told him.
Jeez.
20 minutes later, boom, followed. Maybe he's doing something else while being in the stream, but not actually paying attention.
Could be.
Come on, don't start getting cold feet now.
You get a supercomputer that can't do much,
Hey,
Darker
Dark6.
Player. Unless you want to run a very specific version of Linux called Yellow Dog, I think.
There was talk of it, when the PS3 was new, and them banning export to Iran because they were like, if you stick 100 of them together, you can make a missile defense system.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody.
That could be said for anything.
That never happened.
If you put 1,000 of something together, you can make anything.
By the way, I didn't explain this on mic yet. Yo, there's Professor Stotch. Good to see you, Stotch. And Cryptica. Yeah, just in case you guys did not... In case we didn't say it yet, the second PlayStation 4 copy we're giving out is this physical copy here. So, like, not this round of the contest, but the final round of the contest. You'll be entering to win a copy of this, and you have to live in the US, and I will mail it to you if you win. So... very unique.
That's a nice prize.
And we'll still have a Steam copy, which is a code, of course. Another brilliant failure. Yeah, real brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely game. It has beautiful artwork, too.
It's good. It's got a decent story. I mean, it's not, super
Oh, yeah.
gripping, but it's still a good story.
It'd be like, it'd be so fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we got another follower. Who is it?
Oh, let's see. It'll show up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
My XSplit window is too small. For me to read it.
I can't read it. Shantanos.
Oh.
Shantanos. That's what it is. I need to change the color on your alert because that red color is a little too difficult to read. Let me fix it.
Make it the inverted or wherever the gray is.
Follows.
They're hearing a voice or something. Yeah, they're hearing a mysterious voice. That's what it is. So
Yes.
finally, the story is just about to pick up. I know this has not been the most exciting part of the game, but I wanted you guys all to see what the story is and get to know these characters. Shantanos, thank you. I heard he recently got out of Shantanamo Bay. Yes.
Boo.
Old joke.
Oh,
Old
Lone
joke.
Sphere says the MoveBot link doesn't work. Uh-oh.
What
which
MoveBot
one,
link?
Lone Sphere?
Oh, it's because it's adding a dot at the end. Let me fix it.
We'll fix that right now.
MoveBot's
Definitely
silly.
sound coming from the basement. Only data's allowed down there. Let's take a little trip. Because we're not allowed to. And guys, we don't usually stream role-playing games, and especially not JRPGs. This is kind of just a rare treat for us. Last week we did an adventure game, a really cool adventure game called 2064 Read-Only Memories. This week we're doing a full retail JRPG. And next week we're going to do a little puzzle game called Raining Blobs. So you just never know what you get with us. Saturday Game School does a different game every Saturday, always at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We're all about the variety and giving out cool prizes.
Yeah, I saw that
you,
Thermopylae.
Brian.
Thanks.
Okay guys, try the link now please. Let us know if it works for you. And we really appreciate you signing up. We will only send you an email once every week or every 2 weeks. So you're not going to get a ton of emails, and I try to make them interesting. So...
And we totally won't sign you up to an adults-only website.
Yes, we guarantee that we totally will not do that, wink.
More than once.
There you go. It works. Brilliant. Alright, saving again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now we're getting to where the game is really going to hit its stride, because we are going down into the basement. Boom, it's basement time.
Oh my.
Yeah, way to go, winner! Yeah, I think Lone Spear said he would love to sign up for the mailing list. Yeah, but also still get their email address, Icky. Don't forget about that, because you just never know. Oh, and guys, if you win or whatever, if you enter the contest, please don't be a jerk and remove yourself from the mailing list right afterwards, because that is no way to support the stream. It breaks our hearts. Ah, so look, beautiful painting down there. All kinds of boxes and books.
Yeah, it turns out their dad is actually a pretty good painter, even though he is a deadbeat.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's how artists are sometimes, isn't it? It's probably one of the ways he won all the ladies back in the day.
Interesting.
Could be.
Feels like I'm about to pass out. Uh-oh. Looking at the painting makes you dizzy. Something's happening!
It's all the fumes. They're getting a contact high.
Yep.
Their father needs to paint with some different materials.
He's using those old-fashioned oils when they didn't take the lead out or something. I don't know. So we got a pretty song going here. How about that? Yes.
Like, if you thought the last place was super saturated with color, you ain't seen it.
Oh, wait, see, I guess we're going to see some real big color.
This is really rad. I love it.
Yeah, the anime opening's pretty good.
Agreed. You know, Koei Tecmo's been on a roll lately. I mean, yes, they released Dynasty Warriors 9, which is a love it or hate it game, so that didn't get great reviews. But they did also do Attack on Titan 2, which we streamed a couple weeks ago. Again, they're such a great supporter of the stream, like our very favorite AAA publisher to work with. And their PR people are simply the best in the video game business. Like, they've always been such a wonderful pleasure.
Awesome.
Yes, and I mean, but they got Attack on Titan 2, which is quite a good game, although the multiplayer lobby system got it kind of fudged up a bit compared to the first game.
Weird.
But, I mean, still a great game that anime fans are going to love. And now here we've got another game, which I also think is really cool and will appeal to anime and RPG fans.
Oh yeah, the whole series. I want to say there's been 12 or 13 of them released in the United States. They're all very good. Not the greatest RPGs in the world, but they're all very good RPGs. And if you like crafting and item collections and all that fun stuff, they're great games.
Yeah, and you know, it's nice to have games that are not, you know, RPGs don't always need to be overly ambitious, you know, like with like too many systems to learn and, you know, save the world and all that junk.
Yeah.
Like, no, this isn't about saving the world. It's smaller scale and it's easy to learn and pick up and play.
It's about making enough money to eat.
There you go. So that's your biggest worry. Maybe getting out of the painting. Look, we got floating islands. The sky itself looks like it's been painted. Uh-oh. Chat just died.
Uh-oh.
Chat's going
No,
for me.
I just mean nobody's
Are
talking.
you sure? Oh, that's just means nobody's talking. It's not dead.
Dead to me.
Dead means
Dead
it's
like
broken.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Are we dreaming? I like that painting, doesn't it? I don't think this is a dream. I kind of remember getting sucked into that painting. Better that it's not a dream. Yeah, and these, you know, this is the third game in this particular sub-series of the Atelier games, and all three of them have Mysterious in the title, so that's how you know. You know, there was Atelier Sophie, Atelier Pyrus, and then this one.
This is also going to be the last in this sub-series.
Yo, Jay Broden!
Yes, usually they do 3 in a series at most.
Yeah, I feel you do. A lot of us are real busy with Easter. Like, I've got Easter stuff going on tomorrow. I've got my daughter for the weekend. We're going to go... It's actually also my aunt's birthday, so we're going to go celebrate that. It's going to be fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Going to go see Pacific Rim with friends
Ooh,
for
that sounds
Easter
like fun.
tomorrow.
I'm going to do nothing.
No problem. Mogbox, is it for school or for something else? Mogbox is a very active person. She got a lot of stuff going on.
She
Yeah.
is.
Yep. She's always busy.
Bob Jones is like, every time I ask her out, she's always busy. No, that's not it. She's married. I guess you need to be as good at painting as Dad to make this. Yes.
I mean, if he's so good at painting, why doesn't he sell some paintings and make some money for
Yeah.
the family?
Look, a woman.
It doesn't make
There are even
sense.
people in there.
It's like maybe you should give up alchemy and move to
Probably
painting.
because he's just too much of a jerk to ever succeed in life. I don't know. Look, a woman. There are even people in here.
Jeez.
She's got some cool looking hair from the back. Maybe she couldn't hear me.
4 kids. Ugh, song dogs.
That is a lot of kids.
That
Aren't some
sucks.
of them... Didn't your husband come with a kid, Mongbox, before you got married, or not? If you don't mind us talking about your personal stuff.
He just stole one, you know.
It's basically the Brady Bunch. Perfect Zero, still enjoyed Pacific Rim 2. My son liked it as well. I didn't see it. You know, I just don't get to go to the movies very
It's a
much anymore.
kaiju monster movie. I mean,
That's all I want it to be. It's just the robots fighting robots and then fighting
Yeah,
monsters.
The first movie had really unengaging characters except for a couple of them, you know, but the main guy was like total... Charlie Hunnam is a charisma void. He could not carry that movie. But he's not in part 2, right? So
No, the main
He died,
character from the
I
first
guess.
one is
yeah, that's good.
No, I don't think it's that, but it might be spoiler explaining what happened to him.
Oh, okay. I've not seen either movie. So
No, I don't think
Oh,
they
monster,
killed the character.
finally. Oh, look at that thing. It's a shiny.
I do know they explain where he is, but I don't know what that is because I haven't
What's
seen
this
it.
thing?
yeah, the battle system reminds me a little bit of like Grandia,
Ooh.
where you can see the active line of where different monsters come in. The line doesn't move; it just tells you what's up next.
Oh, he didn't have kids prior. Sorry. My bad. Well, you know, I'm
Jeez,
always
Paul.
sleep deprived, so that really plays heck with your memory. So, yeah, I do not have a good memory because I don't get a lot of sleep most days. For instance, this time, 4.5 hours? Not enough. On
Jeez.
your HP at all times. Alright, finally, my first battle. This is where I stopped playing at the press preview, so this is all new to me. Chroma Rose.
I'm just gonna have to purge you, Dark Blair.
The robot from the... No, he's... That... Yeah.
He's kidding, yeah, because they don't have
Yeah,
personalities. The robots do not have any kind of sentience.
Yeah.
They're completely controlled by.
Right.
Even just being a smartass and trying to troll is not.
It's more of annoying the
Yeah,
mod.
it's just a joke.
Say, I don't know. I've not seen the movie, so.
So yay, we won.
Oh, ow! Oh, jeez, my shoulder popped.
Ow.
You have special skills that you can use to slaughter
Welcome
those
back,
things
Kevin
quickly.
Smile. That one was all squeak and no bite. Like we couldn't lose. Yeah, I watched a new movie recently that I wanted to tell you guys about. It's kind of hard to keep up with the game. Like, the game is like 90% story, right? So it's kind of hard to talk. But anyway, there's a new movie based on a comic, and I bought the comic about a week ago on sale, and then I got the movie. It's called I Kill Giants. It was originally going to come out in theaters, but then the distributor decided to release it directly to video on demand and Blu-ray instead. The Blu-ray comes out in May. So
That's a weird
not
choice.
usually a great sign, and in this particular case, I can kind of see why. See, it's a bit low budget. Like, I Kill Giants, it's about this girl.
Oh,
She's
okay.
in the real world, you know, like, so she lives in modern day, but she also just happens to fight gigantic monsters, which people don't believe in. So they're kind of like the trolls from Troll Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, but here's the thing, it's told in a way where you don't know if it's real or if it's all in her mind, because she has a lot of psychological problems. Like, she has problems at home, and she deals with bullies at school and stuff. And so,
Sounds like Bridge to
yes,
Terabithia.
it is actually, my son made that comparison as well. I haven't seen Bridge to Terabithia, but I understand it, you know, it is kind of melancholy like that as well. So, I think a lot of you guys would enjoy it. It's on Amazon Video on Demand and other services. You can rent or buy it. I actually would suggest just renting it. You know, having read the book, which is really good, the movie is about 80% accurate to the book, which is good, but I felt like it was a little too low budget for what it's doing, because, like, the book itself only has one big monster fight, right? And that fight is in the movie, but is, like, over so fast. It's like they did not have the money to do the battling justice. I was disappointed. But she does have a wicked cool hammer, kind of like Mjolnir, you know, Thor's hammer, but it's named Kovaleski. And anyway, even in the movie, the hammer does look wonderful. It's just the actual fight that doesn't look so good.
That's because
Bummer.
props are much easier to make.
Yes, apparently so. But I mean, it is pretty much the coolest hammer design I've seen in a movie. I just got to give it some props.
That means they had an awesome prop manager.
Yes, apparently so. I mean, it's accurate to the comic in that respect. Like the actual giants, there's more than one, and they don't look as good as in the comic. But that's, I mean, again, kind of a budget thing. What do we got here? Something's happening. That should be enough.
The new God of War game is the first God of War game I've actually wanted to play.
Yeah, they're changing for a lot.
They're changing pretty much the entire style of it, so it's much more like a
Last of Us.
a standard over-the-shoulder hack and slash rather than whatever
the
the
single
other God of
camera
War
shots stuff
Yeah.
too.
Like I've played God of War 1 and 2 a little bit on the PS3, the remade pack, and I just didn't like them. But this new one
The
looks
only one
pretty
I
good.
played was the PSP one. Like, I like that they have nudity, because, again, I think there should be more nudity in games and everything. But, I do not enjoy the story or the main character at all in the classic games. You know, what I've seen of them. You know, like, you play as a big jerk, you know, and you're kill these, you know, Greek gods and titans and stuff in grotesque ways. You know, like, I see the element of coolness, but he needs to be more humanized, you know, like, he can't just be all anger all
And that's what this one does.
Thank you, Jay Bronis.
Yep. And yeah, it's not a remake; it's a continuation of the story.
Yeah,
He left.
he has a family now. He's in a new
Oh,
area.
Same guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
He looks older because he's got
Yeah.
a beard.
Wow.
Hey Tyler.
Yay, it's good to see you, Tyler. Yeah, one of you guys is making loud clicking sounds.
Well, it ain't me.
Jones.
Oh, it's my keyboard.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, Jay Bronis. Yeah, Jay Bronis obviously is a member of the mailing list. He congratulated me on becoming an affiliate. I am finally a Twitch affiliate. And he was saying how you guys should check out my YouTube channel and like the videos there. Because, yeah, that is actually pretty important, guys. I don't stress it very often on camera. But the replay videos, we put them all on YouTube. Sometimes I cut out, like, bad parts and just make it a little bit tighter than it was during the actual stream. But we put them all on YouTube.
He does that all the times he dies.
Yeah, or like, if I was, I don't know, just certain things I might have said that I don't really want to live on in perpetuity. But we put those all on YouTube, and it really helps us if you guys go to YouTube and like those videos and let them play long enough that it counts as a view, which means over 30 seconds.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
and I link to all of those in, like, all the recent videos. I always mention them in the mailing list, so you don't even have to, like, you don't have to subscribe to my channel. You could. I appreciate that. But yeah, at least please go look at those videos and like them. It is a help. Yay! Thank you for the follow!
Follow
It's
up.
real!
Another follow. Man, you're popular today.
Yeah, it's been the
Hey
popular
Kylo.
stream today.
Kylo Finn, welcome.
How are we doing on time? We got about 20 more minutes. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a 20 minutes or so. You're doing pretty good.
You'll make me
Got
cry
plenty
talking to
of
your
time.
old dad
And
like that.
hey,
He doesn't
Simius.
like that.
I don't think I've seen
Yeah,
your name
welcome,
before,
Simius.
but I was out for a little
So
while.
Simius
so.
appears to be one of Tyler's friends. The PlayStation
Yeah.
crew.
If anybody knew Tyler, he would probably feel the same way as Simius.
Raising these girls is no picnic. Haunette. Is Haunette the mom's name, maybe? The departed one? It must be.
I believe so, yeah.
Should be.
Good luck, everybody. Yes. Remember, we're giving out a physical copy of this game, Atelier Lydie Suelle, and you have to live in the United States to win that physical copy. Place in the storage.
No shipping outside of the country.
Yeah, not even
Customs is
Canada.
a
I'm not
pain.
gonna. You know, I have to pay for it with my own money. I'm not part of Windows Central anymore, so that's just the way it goes. But the other codes, you can win whatever country you live in. The Xbox One code we're giving out, which is Mayan Death Robots Arena, which is like a local multiplayer battle game, but it also has single player. Yeah.
Cool.
And I hear really good things about it. It's supposed to be a fun game. I never got to play it myself. Let's hope we can do it.
Yeah, one of the aspects of crafting is your items that you craft have quality numbers.
Ooh.
So the higher quality numbers of the items you put in, the higher quality of the item you get out at the end.
So what am I supposed to be making? Anything?
That's very nice.
The healing pads, it's the only thing you can make. The little circle indicates what you can make. The
But I'm
X's are
actually
not.
supposed to make it.
And
Is
you're
there
missing
any
something.
random
Yes, you are.
like quality upgrade for crafting too, or does it just take what you put in?
Good question. See, yeah, I see like 3 different qualities on this tall ton, so we're gonna use the highest quality one. And then we got 3.
Yep.
Then I have my choice of a bunch of different flowers. Does it matter which one I pick?
Pick the highest
The one
quality.
with the highest
Okay.
quality.
Yeah, go for broke.
78.
Highest quality everything, Paul.
Synthesize. Bam.
See if you get some gold back or something.
Yay! Who's Burrito? Darker player? Oh, God. Oh,
Birdo.
Birdo. Yeah, Birdo has always been transgender
From Mario.
for some reason. Which is fine.
Yeah,
Likes to be called
Berta's more of a cross-dresser
Oh,
than
yeah.
transgender, I guess. Because Berto's still a boy, but acts like a girl.
Gotcha.
So I think it's more of a cross-dresser type thing.
Craft Bandicoot.
Which is, perfectly acceptable in Asia for the most part,
Look at that
lady boys.
quality.
Oh yeah, Taiwan. Oh,
Yeah.
So using materials from the painting helps them make better items. That's how they're going to become the greatest atelier. It's a pretty well-made item. Where'd you buy that from? Rub it in, girls.
Berto has like a
Thank you,
ribbon
Simius.
in,
We really
his,
appreciate it.
his, her, whatever hair.
Get better for this.
Yeah, thanks for the follow.
Don't forget to also sign up for the mailing list, please.
Lady boys are not only from Thailand. That's a thing in
No.
Taiwan and Japan, and
all over the
yeah.
place.
it's a big thing in Southeast Asia.
Okay, let's not get too naughty, guys. Inside my painting, you mean?
I'm not getting naughty.
Well,
We're getting
soon somebody will
geographical.
ask what ladyboys are, and then you have to explain it, and just.
Google,
There you go.
my friend. Google.
We got close to it. Felt a bit funny. When we woke up, we were inside it.
They're
That sounds kind of
manufacturing.
naughty, just the way they were saying it. Felt a bit funny. And then
What,
we were
manufacturing? Lots of things are manufactured.
inside. Manufactured. Oh, icky. Monsters in the Cave. But it was a wonderful place. So I'm trying to think. I've also been reading some comics. Like I said, I read the comic of I Kill Giants first, and I really do recommend the comic. Like, again, I think you should at least rent the movie if it sounds interesting to you. Oh, and who's the lady who plays Zoe Saldana's in it? Isn't that her name? The lady who plays Uhura and Gamora? Yeah,
Yes.
she's in that. Oh, and the guy.
Wow, that's actually a pretty big name for a
Yeah,
low budget
I mean,
movie.
she's the only big name in it, really. Everybody else is more of an indie actor.
Maybe it was a friend's.
It's probably
Project.
probably was a friend of hers.
Or they
And
spent all their money on her, and that's why the special effects aren't that great. But, yeah, also the guy who played Mickey in Doctor Who is in it. Like, you remember Mickey is in the first couple of seasons of the new Doctor Who. He's a...
But he's in a
Black guy?
lot of indie stuff
Yeah,
though.
he's in it very briefly. Like, his character wasn't in the comic. They just added a little thing. But it was cool to see him, because I like him. Now, off the bed.
You're making me want Doctor Who
Jono,
again,
I'm
Paul.
talking about the movie
I need to
Kill
watch
Giants.
the newest season. I have not watched season 10.
I stopped when they got to the old man. What's his name?
Peter Calabrese
Yeah,
or something.
Capaldi. Peter Capaldi.
Capaldi.
That's right. Yeah, the writing was getting just worse and worse, and I did not enjoy the start of his season, so I just stopped.
I would have to say he was the best
He's
Doctor
cool. It's not him.
so
it's
far.
the writing.
He's
He has
amazing.
some of the best episodes.
Really?
It's the
Yeah.
last
They gave him
season
some-
was awesome.
Yeah, they gave him some good stuff. He's had some not so
Oh, I
good
did
stuff.
watch the Christmas
Well, yeah,
special.
they've all had some
You know,
not so good
the
stuff,
one with
but-
the original Doctor brought back. I did watch that and enjoyed it, although it still has the same writing problems that have plagued the show for the last few years.
Well, you'll be happy to know the writer
Yes.
is leaving.
And good
Yep,
riddance.
This at the end of the season, so he's gone.
They're getting a new one.
Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, also eyelashes. Moffat, yeah. Johnny Walker. Berto has like girly eyelashes, presumably puts eyeliner on. Simius prefers Tom Baker. You know, my favorite doctors are
Nah,
Patrick
too old.
Troughton and and the other one. Patrick Troughton is Doctor Number 2, and then it's Doctor Number 3. Who was he? God, I usually know his name.
David Tennant for me.
Yeah, I mean, Tennant is excellent. Does anybody remember who played
He's an
Doctor
excellent
Number
actor.
3?
That was a long time ago.
Some weird
Yeah,
fancy
that was before I was born.
Yeah, John Pertwee, thank you. John Pertwee and Patrick Troughton are my two favorites. Like, I love Tom Baker, but Troughton and Pertwee just have this grandfatherly thing about them that I really appreciate. Like, they're super cool grandpas.
Yeah, Eccleston was good, but he only did
Yeah,
one
and he
season.
wouldn't come back for the 50th
Yeah, it was
anniversary. He
weird.
screwed it
Tough to
up
get
the
in.
50th anniversary, and they had to bring in...
Well, that's because they really just like shafted him. That's why he didn't
Apparently
want to do
so.
it. Like,
You're right, he complains about that.
Yeah.
But also, have you noticed he complains about all his roles? Like, he seems to be kind of a difficult guy.
I think he's hard to work with, and nobody wants.
Dark Six, I was saying they originally planned to
It
release it in
surprised me.
theaters, and trailers for it did run before theatrical movies. However, at the last minute, they released it direct-to-video instead. So you can buy or rent it right now on Amazon Video. Hey, it's a wild pig, my student.
It's similar to what happened to the newest Cloverfield, the Paradox.
Yeah, quite similar.
Oh, that was straight
Because
to
it would have
Netflix.
been
Yeah.
theatrical. It was planned to be, but then when it didn't turn out very well. Yeah, I Kill Giants is way better than that. It's not like a train wreck. It's just a little too low budget to...
Little
a little
indie.
too indie to be a wide release. Has to be what they decided, and I agree.
It's understandable sometimes.
Yeah, if you have Amazon Video, you know, you can buy or rent it there, and that's the way to go. $4 to rent it, $15 to buy it.
It's not bad.
It is a melancholy movie,
PS4, a wild
but it
pig.
has a really, I mean, it has, the Giants themselves are cool, even if the fight wasn't that good. Yeah, we're playing on PlayStation 4, but it is on both. It's also on Nintendo Switch. So remember, I mean, RPGs are great on the go, so yeah, I really wouldn't mind having this for the Switch. I bet it looks pretty good on it, too. All the money is gone.
I bet it looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's what I'm saying.
that
Like,
does
I
too.
mean, the graphics aren't so complicated that you would lose a whole lot by putting it on the Switch, which is underpowered.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe some resolution. It might bump down to
Oh, nice,
720p,
Wild Pig.
but
You should
other
enter
than
the
that,
contest then at the end. If he won, I could hand deliver it.
if you
Wouldn't
live
that
in
be
the
nice?
U.S.
No, he's one of my students.
Oh,
Oh,
days, Paul, crossing the streams.
Yeah, we actually played a little bit of Fortnite Battle Royale the other day. No, and we played
Cool.
Battle Royale, and then we played Save the World, the co-op mode, yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, the only thing is, for some reason, he claims to own a headset, but he won't plug it in when we play, and so, which,
that's what lots of people
Yeah,
claim.
I mean,
They always, I got it. I don't want to play it in.
again, he's
It's
one of
right
my
there.
students,
I
so
don't-
he's
I
a
can't.
kid. Like, I'm gonna, if he really doesn't have one, I'm gonna have to see if I have an old one I can give him or something. It's like when, you know,
Jeez.
it's just so much more fun to be able to talk to the people you're playing with, but especially if you know them. You know, like the whole point of playing somebody you know would be the personal interaction.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. It really is hopeless.
Well, the Xbox gives you a headphone when you get.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, it's
I
terrible,
mean,
but they
those
give you
can
one.
break real easily. The wire is so thin and cheap. All right, let's save.
Yes, that is like $1 microphone.
Yeah, that's being generous.
Well, the proof is in the pudding, Wild Pig. You gotta put your money where your mouth is. Aw, he can't play Save the World anymore. That's a shame. Yeah, well, you know, if you can get your parents to buy it for you sometime, then you really should, because, I mean, hopefully you enjoyed it. I sure do. Oops.
Paul is such an enabler.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're a kid, that's your only options, if you don't have a job. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the church and see what's up there.
Actually, I bought a
question.
SNES Classic within the
Oh,
last
nice.
couple days. I went to Target and was just walking around, and they had two of them.
Sweet.
It's because they are still making
Yeah,
them.
which is smart.
Yeah, but
They
I've
it's not like
never
the
seen
NES.
one.
Even though our Lord is saddened by your lack of faith, I'm sure, God, everybody's nagging about going to church lately.
It is Easter
That's
tomorrow.
true.
Yes, it is, and it is a
We're
religious
sorry,
holiday.
I don't mind a bit of prayer, but Sue... Oh, she's blaming it on Suelle, that's funny. Don't blame me! You said prayer was boring too! Oh, that's so cute.
It's always your fault, Paul.
Yeah,
It's always.
okay, well somebody tell
Thank
Dark
you, Vicky.
Six answer his questions? Because I don't even know the answers.
We have a command for that. It's called bits.
Alright.
Yep.
Oh,
It explains
so
what they are.
yeah.
It's actually just a copy and paste of the command I use
Yeah,
in my
because you know,
chat.
Dark Six, I am a Twitch affiliate now, so you can donate bits. Especially if you're a Twitch Prime guy, then please subscribe to me.
Sub as well.
What? I didn't know Mixer had a thing like bits.
Does? Woo!
I think they
guess.
just
Way to go,
Yeah.
Dark Six! You better live in the U.S. and make sure you send your address to Icky, so I can mail you your game. Torquay won as well. Way to go! Congratulations,
Congrats.
everybody! You know, we give out games every Saturday. It's one of the coolest things about Saturday Game School. And
There's two different.
oh, I was just gonna say,
sorry.
Koei Tecmo was so generous giving us these games to give out tonight. We really appreciate it.
All right, so there's two different things with Twitch partnership or affiliation. You have subscriptions, which are a monthly reoccurring cost of $5, $10, or $25. And the streamer and Twitch split that at some percentage, 50-50 for affiliates and partners. It depends on your agreement.
Oh, boy.
Whereas bits cost more to purchase up front.
Aw, sorry,
But-
Chicago.
The streamer gets more.
The streamer gets all of it.
With bits? Sweet.
With bits.
Mhm.
Now, there is some fees associated
Hot.
with transferring the money to your PayPal account or your bank account or whatever it happens to be, which affiliates have to pay. Partners don't have to pay the fee. Twitch covers the fee.
There you go. Yeah, and you know, Chicago, we mentioned that we had 2 Steam codes in the newsletter. Let's see. A Wild Pig asked if I use an Elgato. I do use Elgato for screenshots and video capture, but for the actual streaming, I use a Razer Wildcat. And the reason for that is because the Razer Wildcat is USB 3.
And has zero lag.
Exactly. And the
It's
the
amazing.
Elgato I have is the USB 2 one. So, yeah.
The Razer device you capture with is the exact same hardware as the AverMedia LGX that I use. Same hardware. They changed the color of the LED and the software is different, but otherwise it's the same piece of hardware.
Grace gives us a lot of crap about not praying. Just like a
Well, she's a
Yeah,
nun,
I mean,
so
Yep. She wants you to be a nun. That's what nuns do. You're like, why don't you join us? Just join us, Paul.
she's like, and we're like, I'll have none of that, because if I was a nun, I wouldn't get none. You know, basically, that's what they're saying, right?
Not all nuns have a vow of chastity.
Really?
yeah,
Yep.
that's just a Catholic
Well, I
thing.
mean, aren't all nuns Catholic?
No.
Okay, what else can a nun be besides Catholic?
Episcopal, Church of England, Orthodox, Russian Orthodox.
stand
Greek.
There's
corrected.
probably at least 30.
You're very welcome, Turkey.
There's a lot of religions, Paul.
Yeah.
You would not drink the shield. I did drink it, a well pig. I drank the shield potions you gave me. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know how that stuff worked. I couldn't figure out how to drop things in Fortnite Battle Royale. Like, there's no on-screen thing to tell you how to drop items, and it's not the same as in the co-op game. Another hike into
That's kind of weird. Why would they change the controls?
Because they focus
Yeah.
differently on the
yeah,
Battle Royale.
is like
Huh.
mostly action, so you don't like mess around with your inventory all slowly. It's just a little different.
They wanted it, but the interface more fast-paced and quick
Yeah,
switching.
Then you'd think they would have changed the other portion of the game to match
The other
it.
portion of the game has massive amounts of inventory, so quick
Yeah,
would
they're
be
just
yeah.
you know they
They're 2 different games. They are
yeah
2
like
different
some
games.
of the things are the same,
Sounds like
some
it.
are different. The only thing is the battle royale mode doesn't have tutorial stuff, and it kind of needs that kind of stuff. But they may add that over time. That's true.
Oh, this
We
is
came
what
in
I was
third
explaining
place when
earlier.
you and I played. What's that?
Nice. They're setting up a alchemist's ranking system for the entire kingdom, and
So we did.
that's kind of the whole plot of the game is trying to become better alchemists to get higher rank, to get more notoriety, to get more money, to on and on and on.
So are you guys in the audience able to follow the basic story here? You know, I mean, obviously Brian just explained a little bit of it. I know I'm just kind of advancing the text here and there. We're not usually waiting for them to finish their lines. But I mean, you know, like watching an RPG is not exactly the best way to enjoy an RPG, but hopefully you get a good enough taste of this game to see whether you would enjoy it on your own PlayStation 4, PC, or Switch. Thank you, Lyle. You did a great job with the contest as always, bro.
Indeed.
Yep.
Actual ability, not customer numbers. Exams matter. So do we actually have to take a test? It's not like that, right? Really?
Yes. You have to make something.
Yep, you gotta get certified. Getting certified.
Paul's
Yeah, that'd
already
be interesting
certified.
if Call of Duty
Jeez.
tried to have a Battle Royale mode in it.
Oh, well,
I
other
mean,
games are going to. Like,
FPSs are kind of already have that sort of thing, you know.
But Call of
It basically, most games can actually literally just make it a mode within their multiplayer.
Yeah.
The size is the only restriction.
But with
they
Call
have.
of Duty, those games are
Oh, that's
designed
true.
to only last for a year, basically, and then everyone moves on to the next one because of the annualized release. So how would they handle, you know, because PUBG and Fortnite Battle Royale, those games are going to stick around, you know, so how would...
Oh yeah, they're more Dota LoL style. They just update.
Right. So how would Call of Duty have a mode that can actually compete with that? Could it really do so? I don't...
They could just release a game called Call of Duty Royale.
Yeah, they could do that. But then I bet that would cut into the annual sales, because if people really liked it...
Maybe that's just going to be the next version of
Yeah,
Call of
maybe
Duty.
so.
The multiplayer
Go to the
just
castle.
like that.
Make it a subscription game.
hmm Or they literally just have it every mode, and then each game they just kind of change it up a little bit.
They could do that. Here's our competitor again. I do like her clothing and her red hair. I love Fire Truck red hair.
Not all fire trucks are red.
Not all, no. Titanfall Royale? That'd be interesting, Lyle. I think Titanfall might be dead-ish. 'Cause 2 just didn't sell very well, and EA is so hung up on that kind of stuff.
They're very risk averse. If something doesn't look like it's gonna work, they
Yes,
kill it.
definitely.
They drop
They
it
did
fast.
just release that co-op only game. What's that game called? I Know What You Did Last Summer or something. It's this game where you buy it and you
Yeah.
get a second copy to give to somebody, but they don't actually own it. They just kind of like, it's kind of like the PlayStation 4 sharing
State of
system.
Decay? Or what is that?
No, EA. They just released this game. Come on, somebody's got to know what this game is. Yeah,
Never heard of it.
It has 2
Oh,
players.
I think I know what it is. I'm trying to
and
think.
also
I'm
it
trying
comes
to
with
think
like
of
an
the name.
online shareable copy.
It has the prison break
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
towards the beginning.
Get Out. Get
yeah,
Out.
there we go. That's what it is. Yeah, it's
A
like,
Way
I
Out.
was...
A Way Out. That's what
Oh,
it's
there
called.
you go. Atelier Borthayer. That's a terrible name.
Yeah,
Mushroom
A Way
Kingdom
Out.
Battle Royale.
It's a
has
prison
excellent
break
lawsuit. If you say so, Joe. Oh, A Way Out. Cool. Yeah. Has anybody in the audience played A Way Out? I'm interested in what that game is like. Like, EA's PR, we wouldn't be able to get a copy from them to stream.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I've heard good things about it, but I wasn't interested when I saw stuff for it.
The simple fact that it's PS4 only kills it for me because I don't have
Really?
PS Plus
No
and I
Xbox?
won't buy it. No, it's PS4.
No, Sony is still doing a lot of exclusives. They don't have a problem with doing exclusives.
That would be fun, a Wild Pig.
I think it was made by one of their studios.
Yeah, it was made by Sony Studio.
Yeah.
See, Wild Pig, I've got my daughter for the weekend, so, I mean, I was playing some Fortnite earlier, but, like, tomorrow we're going to a party and stuff. We're going to be gone all day. You know, but maybe in a few days. Ooh. Mirail Ferrier Adelaide. I just don't know how to say that, all these French names. Handle all the general affairs for the king.
You didn't take French in school?
No, I did not. I took Spanish. Far more practical in Texas.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind, you know, like, I've always enjoyed languages, so I wouldn't have minded studying French for a year or two. Like, if I could have done both, then I would have.
I took French in high school. I don't remember any of it, though.
Got you.
But the teacher was from France, so it was kind of interesting because she was like a
Oh, got
rich
you,
person, I
Jenna.
guess.
April Fool's is the worst.
I saw the Way Forward did a Mummy remastered HD for their April
That's
Fools.
cute. Man, you know, I never finished
Jeez.
Mummy Demastered. True, right?
They did a big update that changed a bunch of stuff. You should go back to
yeah,
it.
I really should. I mean, I
Mhm.
quite like
They
it.
listened to the feedback and updated it because I know you had a respawn problem, and that's one of the things they
Sweet.
changed.
Alright, so we're... he took gibberish. You're not in high school yet, buddy. Chicago's rusty. I'm rusty on my Spanish. Like, I do use a little bit in my day-to-day life. You know, like, at my other job, I'll use it with customers. You know, I may use it with students occasionally. But, yeah, I don't get to use it enough. Ah.
I took German in
Create
college.
green paintbrushes.
Not very useful. But pretty easy to learn for English
nice.
speakers.
Oh yeah, because they used a lot of the same base.
I wish,
structure.
you know, I did not
English.
need any languages for my degree. Not any. So I didn't get to take Spanish. I didn't get to take Japanese. It's just a shame. I really would have enjoyed taking Japanese.
I wouldn't mind learning Japanese for fun whenever I have time.
It's very
Japanese takes
Oh, yeah, Japanese is
18
the
months of hardcore training for English speakers to learn.
hard. Yeah, I mean, I studied Japanese for a year and I enjoyed it a lot, but it is also a lot of work because you have to learn the characters. Not all the characters, but you have to learn hiragana and katakana, and that is a lot of studying. Nice, Dark Six. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool if we could all do that?
Wish
We
the
could
school
like get
I
together on
worked at
Twitch and
offered
just
it.
have like a Japanese class where we all kind of go through the work together. If we could get some people to commit to it and I just had a whole lot of time, I would do that because that'd be really great. You know, that's how I met one of my ex-girlfriends, is I had studied Japanese for a year, and then, like, I don't know, I think I met her through Yahoo or something, but she was telling me that she wanted to learn Japanese too, and she asked me if I would teach her. And so we got together, and, you know, we would practice the writing and stuff. But really, she just wanted to be around me. And so, after a while, we were holding hands. And,
Yeah, that's how relationships
I mean,
start
you know,
sometimes.
we're sitting next to each other studying, and she's hot. She, like, out of all the people I've dated, she had the biggest chest, and you know, like, I quite enjoy chest, so that was pretty neat.
Jeez, Paul.
But I mean, she had other qualities too. Like, she had a real nice voice.
You dirty lech.
I'm just saying, you know, like,
Old man
everyone
Paul.
has their, you know, their best features, etc. But yeah, that was a fun start of a relationship. Like, the way it ended was not real good. She cheated on me on my birthday. That really sucked. But
That's harsh.
yeah, she
man.
kind
Spiteful.
of sees men as kind of disposable, you know. Like, I mean, like, she did like me, but the way she thinks about guys in general, it's like kind of like a player would think about people. I hit her.
Jeez.
No, I didn't hit her, Lyle. I don't hit people. I'm not violent.
Oh, that's how the rumors
He
start.
means hit on people. I mean, he means
Jeez.
hit on, but no. Just like, you know, we were sitting next to each other studying. We did that a few times, and like eventually our hands ended up holding each other, and that's just where it all went from there. Discuss.
Scandalous.
Those were the days.
Scandalous.
Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, she was a lot of fun. She was really cool, and also I wasn't always as nice to her as I should have been. You know, like like cheating is often a sign that something is wrong in the relationship, and yeah, sometimes I was pretty mean to her without knowing that I was. But you know, that's neither here nor there. I like to think that I've learned from that. You know.
Wow. Confirmed. Paul is
Hey,
violent.
well-
Hitting
Yeah,
his students.
see, the rumors
What
are
are you
going.
saying?
It's over.
That's not right. Who's that walking around? Oh, it's my beautiful wife. Hey, Lisa. Usually- Oh, well, we're about to wrap up anyway, aren't we, guys?
Yep.
What's an hour and a half?
Man, I've really been enjoying this game. Atelier Lydie Suelle, the 19th entry in the Atelier series, but you don't have to play the games that came before it. It is on PlayStation 4, Steam, and even Nintendo Switch for some reason. It is a really charming JRPG, very colorful, lighthearted, and just full of humor and whimsy. So I think hopefully we've all enjoyed seeing it. Koei Tecmo was so cool to give us copies to give out to you guys, and I really hope you guys who won the copies will enjoy it. We'll get that physical copy mailed out next week. And don't forget, we do this every Saturday, guys, always at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Next weekend, we are giving out a game called Raining Blobs, which is a fun little falling block puzzle game. It's got split screen, it's got online multiplayer.
Very cool.
Yeah,
And don't forget to turn on notifications because Paul does random week.
yeah, that's true.
streams.
Nowadays, I am actually streaming in the middle of the week sometimes, and I definitely will be doing that this coming week too. So please have email notifications on so that you can know when we're doing those streams. And if you join our Discord, I also do announce my little random streams in Discord too. Yeah, alright, I need to get to a save point. So let's save and wrap it up.
Yep. You can save at the desk.
Yeah.
Good deal. What is it, Lydie? What do you think? This? Just made that. Why is it lying around here? Ugh, what a messy person. Main menu. Tutorial. Equipping items. Okay. Never forget to equip. Equip tools from...
At least it lets you skip the menus.
Yes. Nothing like a thing that has heavy tutorial for 4 hours and you can't go through it quickly.
Yeah, you know, these kind of games, they're really long, and yeah, if they're Japanese, then they have a whole lot of tutorializing. Often unnecessarily so. Like, think of the Zelda games with all the, like, you know, reminding you every time to pick up a rupee, or do you really want to save? You know, like, the confirmation.
That's where the hey listen came
Yes.
from.
Oh my gosh, that was so obnoxious. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Mongbox. It's always great to hang out with you.
Well, Nintendo learned from that. There hasn't been any game since that one that's done it as
Thank
much.
Yeah, I mean, I know
Skyward
you're really
Sword.
busy, Mogbox, and a lot of you guys are probably busy. I'm really busy too, so, you know, it's great that you guys can take the time out of your busy Saturday to hang out with us. Always a pleasure. We love showing you different games, and we love giving out copies to a few lucky winners. Let's return to title page. Why not?
Indeed.
Oops, wrong thing. Okay, guys, please remember to sign up for the mailing list if you're not signed up already. That's real important to us. I will not spam you with too many emails or anything, but you will get a few, as in once every week or every 2 weeks. And follow me on Twitter at Paul R. Acevedo. Good man, Dark6. Thank you, Brian and Bob Jones, for being great co-hosts.
Pleasure to be
No
here.
problem.
Excellent. So fun hanging out with you guys. We will see you next week, and whatever you do, don't hate, appreciate.
Have a good one.
Laters.
What happened to Tyler?
Where's that? Yeah, where's that dirty SOB when you need him?